Hello, this is Robin with Simple Food, Simple Life. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple, basic white sauce. First thing we need is a saucepan, and I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put that in my saucepan and I'm going to melt it. And what I have also is 2 tablespoons of flour, and I have 2 cups of milk. All you really have to remember with making a basic white sauce is you need a fat, you need a milk and or a combination of milk and other liquid, and you need a thickening agent, which is the flour. So that's the basic ingredients. Now then, in order to get your white sauce to come out the way you want it to, the thickness that you like, you always use, unless you want it thicker, always use 1 to 1. If you're going to use 1 tablespoon of flour, use 1 tablespoon of butter or fat, and 1 cup of liquid or milk. Alright, now the butter is melted and I've got it on about a medium heat, and I'm going to take my 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to add it to the 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So we're going to basically cook the rawness out of the flour. And I'm going to turn my heat down a bit. You have to monitor your heat. Watch your heat. You don't want it to get too hot because you don't want it to burn. Just make sure that you stir it so it's completely blended. You see how that is? Now, if I'm making a basic white sauce, I don't add any seasonings at this time. I prefer to do it later. Now, some suggest that you heat your milk before adding it. I don't. You can. I can see the logic behind it, but personally, I just don't. Now, when the white sauce is made like this, it's going to thicken up, and it thickens up gradually. You can adjust your heat up if you have to. And I have my whisk here, so I want to make sure that everything is incorporated very well. You can see there, it looks pretty thin, but it will thicken up as time goes by. I want to stir it fairly often so that it does not clump, and watch my heat so that it doesn't burn. Alright, you can see that it is starting to thicken up a bit, but it's not where I want it yet. But that's alright. I'm babysitting it, I'm stirring it. It's on like a medium-high heat. I will adjust my heat because it's a milk-based food and I don't want it to scorch or burn. Alright, you can see that it is thickening up, and take my wooden spoon here. And a good way to judge the thickness of your white sauce is simply to look at the back of your spoon and figure out, is it as thick as you want? Okay? If you need it to be a thicker consistency, by all means you can cook it longer. Just watch your heat so that you don't burn it. And you have to babysit it. And I would like for mine to be a little thicker, so I'm going to continue to let it cook. Alright, my white sauce looks pretty good. So I'm going to salt and pepper it. Now, this particular white sauce is used for, I'm going to use it for scalloped potatoes. There are a myriad of uses for white sauce. It's a basic recipe that can be used for so many things. Can be used for soup. It can be used to replace a lot of your canned soups, such as cream of mushroom, etc. This is a good basic recipe to have in your arsenal of recipes. So let's taste it. Still not salty enough, and you know salt makes food taste good. And pepper makes food taste good too. So this is the thickness I want. I'm going to turn my heat off, give it a good stir. And just keep this in mind. If you want a thicker white sauce, keep your liquid the same, just increase your flour by a half or a tablespoon. If you want a thinner white sauce, keep your flour thickening agent the same and increase your liquid. That's pretty much an easy way to do it. This has been cooking probably for about 10 minutes all total. And I've been stirring it. So at some point I'm going to show you in future videos how this is good. It's really good. How to use different uses for a basic white sauce. Okay, that's it. Thank you for joining me today, and please like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you later. You just remember that little is much when God is in it. Love ya. Bye.